Shit, I just realized I need my iPad. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hit like. And I'm back. How is everybody today? I know I'm better today. That's for sure. Are you better today? Yeah, I think she's better today. So hello everyone. Welcome back. And of course it's not loading. Why would it? Waiting. Oh, look. You're offline. I'm not offline. So, had an internet outage yesterday because of Rogers, and that sucked. So, even though the internet and stuff is back, Captain Corky, don't know why your message got hidden. Paul, if you're watching, I don't know if your kids have your phone, but they shouldn't be hiding people like that. Yeah, Fleetpod, can you clean that up? I don't know what Paul's doing. So, yeah, in case you didn't know, yesterday, Canada nationwide had a cellular outage. So no cell phones worked and no internet. Long story, there's 3 carriers in Canada. Rogers, which is the major one, then Bell, and then TELUS is the other one. Rogers is the one I'm with. Have been with them for years, but Canada is the most, we pay the most for cell service. We also pay the most for internet service in the world. And unfortunately, yesterday their entire system went down. Nobody could call 911. Nobody could, like, point of sale places weren't working. Most debit machines weren't working. Most ATMs weren't working. Most banks were linked in to Rogers, which they were also offline. Hospitals were offline. They couldn't access patient records. It lasted from 6 a.m. till about 11 p.m. So it wasn't great, I gotta say. So, but it's back now, and I have a lot to complain about. And Captain Corky says, greetings. Video is choppy, Stuart. Nothing I can do about it. I'm not even on Wi-Fi. I'm on the LTE network. So, best I can do. Great to see Canada's back online. I know, right? So it highlighted a major issue with the way things are done here. Unfortunately, there's a monopoly on cellular service. I think a lot of people are going to be jumping ship from Rogers as a result. This happened to Rogers in 2021 as well. They were down for 18 hours, but it was just cell service. All the internet still worked. This time it was everything. So I was sitting at home. I couldn't contact the outside world at all. We don't have a landline anymore. So I couldn't even notify Samuel that I couldn't make it to the live, which was fine. He was at a convention. He was actually late getting back for the live. Even if I had scheduled it, I would have scheduled it for an hour before he got back, which wouldn't have been great. So it kind of worked out for the best. Sylvia does work for start.ca, which is an internet service provider here. And so So she went into the office and she messaged him and stuff like that. So that's fine. But you're like, well, start's an option, right? It is. There's internet service providers, but unfortunately the main lines that they use, that they rent to supply internet to houses, is owned by Rogers. And those are the lines that went down. So that being said, all of the places in London that have Start fiber internet, which is like super high speed, were online because they didn't have to rent those from Rogers. They Start installs those themselves. So thank God that the hospitals here in London were on fiber. So were the police. So eventually our neighborhood will get it, but right now we still have the old infrastructure, which means we have the Rogers lines coming into the house. Even though we have Start internet, they were down because they were using Rogers lines, which most of the lines in this country are. So yeah, nationwide outage, which really sucked. I do hope to get fiber internet to the house soon. They are installing it all over the city. And once that happens, then I won't have any other issues with internet during the lives where my image like freezes or whatever, which has happened quite often over the last couple of years. So but yeah, I just thought I'd come on and ready to install. Update it then. Just updating my PS5 right now. So in case you guys are wondering, and even if you're not, why this is why Star Trek has tertiary backups. I know it's highlighted a huge flaw in their whole system. There's no plan B. There's nothing like that for if this happens again. They think they might have been hacked. There's a whole bunch of reasons why this might have been the case. Rogers is being kind of tight-lipped about it because they're embarrassed. And I hope they all fuck it. I'm switching to TELUS. Sylvia and myself are switching to TELUS, which is a little bit comparably priced. Unfortunately, like I said, Canada plays the most worldwide for internet and cell service, which is ridiculous. But so I encourage everyone that's with Rogers to say, fuck Rogers, jump ship. I want Rogers to go bankrupt because of this, because they cost millions of people millions and millions of dollars, because no place could take debit cards. Nobody could pay with credit. It was just a fucking nightmare. No text, no tweets, no interact, not a single luxury. Sharpen sticks and gather gold as quickly as can be. Thoughts on a recent news in Japan? I haven't heard any of the recent news in Japan, so I don't know. Hope I can get fiber in next month. That'd be awesome. ATMs and debit being down too, it was insane. Yes. Not sure what it is, but we don't do current events. Oh, for the Japan thing, yeah. Cash only would suck ass, lol, I don't carry cash ever. Not only that, yeah, a lot of places were cash only, but a lot of the ATM machines weren't working. A lot of the banks, even if the ATM machine was working, the banks were down. It was a nightmare. You had to find the proper ATM machine. A few things were working here and there. It was kind of spotty in a few areas, but fucking nightmare is what it was. So, ThinkPad, I have not had a cell phone in almost 3 years and almost always use cash. I had no idea this happened yet. I'm on the east coast of Canada. Well, lucky you. Oh, their former prime minister was assassinated. Yeah, I don't care. Don't give a shit. Hey, Aaron. Thank you, Isaac, for agreeing with me. I appreciate that. Yay, my PlayStation 5 is updated. Woo. Zachary Gibbons, since you are back, do your full live review now. Samuel did his. Now, I don't have all the materials. We're still going to do a live with both me and him because we actually do them. It's better when we do it together. So I'll probably do one next week just talking about the finale again, because there was a lot I wanted to say about it. And unfortunately, just did not work out that I could do it yesterday. I wish he wouldn't have done it, actually. I wish we just would have put it off till Tuesday, but he thought we wouldn't get viewers. That being said, no one in Canada that was on Rogers would have been able to watch it anyway. So we'll probably do another recap or discussion on it next week as a live. So I would say tune in for that. And in response to that comment, Zachary, I would just say check out my live that I did on Friday night or Thursday. Yeah, Friday night. No, Thursday night. The live I did on Thursday night, which is my first reaction to it, where I talked about it for about 2.5 hours, or just 2 hours. That was a really good one. Got all my points across then. So check that out if you want to really hear my thoughts. 33 people here, 10 likes, guys. Hit that like button. Let's get those likes up. We can do better than that. We are better than that. Hit the like button. Fleetpaw, I've been on Rogers when I have traveled through your country, Stuart. I agree it wasn't great. Well, no, their service is great. Like, they have roaming when I go to the States. It's like roam like home, or you don't pay ridiculous amounts to be out of and use data or data. So the only complaint I've ever had with Rogers is their customer service sucks, and they fucking overcharge on everything. And unfortunately, that's just the nature of the beast here in Canada. But Rogers is notoriously bad for its customer service and stuff. So if you work for Rogers out there, fuck you. That's all I have to say. I used to work for HP in tech support, and then the call center I worked at switched over to include Rogers and Bell, and I got shifted to the Bell contract. So I know Bell isn't great. Bell says they're fucking all that and a bag of chips. They're not. Rogers is still superior to Bell in every way. But yeah. And a friend of mine worked for Rogers for a long time as well, in customer service. So Isaac says, beg your pardon, but when you were going to discuss... Beg your pardon, but when are we going to discuss Star Trek or science fiction? Whenever you ask me to discuss something. That's what these lives are. It's a hangout. If you have an issue with me doing my regular weekend, well, not regular, but my weekend lives, these lives are just talking about whatever. There's no specific topic in the title. Therefore, it's just a hangout. You get to chat with me like you're sitting at my house hanging out with me. So please, by all means, tell me what you want to talk about, and we'll talk about it. Can we totally talk the Orville now? We haven't talked about that one yet. I will be doing a Orville specific one. I don't know if I'm going to do that this weekend or on Monday night, but I will be doing one talking about the latest episode, Twice in a Lifetime. We can kind of touch on it now if you have any specific things you want me to talk about, though. T-Berg Sci-Fi Tech. I support Seniors Tech. They bounce from Bell to Rogers when their 12-month discount expires. Zachary Gibbons. That's good. Yeah, I remember that. Just didn't know if you had any other thoughts. But yeah, looking forward to your get-together with Sam to review it again. I don't know if it'll be an actual review, but it'll be a discussion on the finale because there's lots to talk about. Cap, I think you'd like Chicago PD, Chicago Med, and Chicago Fire. Also, hiya, Captain Miss Holmes. Is Peacock available in Canada? I don't think so, but I think we have something equivalent. ThinkPad, I think perhaps the captain may talk about it when he pleases. Exactly. This is just a hangout live. This is not, did not say fucking Orville in the title. It did not say Star Trek. So it's just a hangout. So if you don't understand that and you're new to the channel, I apologize, but that's just how things work around here. So, captain's prerogative. It's a pain. T-Berg went Execulink fiber, so I push it. Anything fiber is good, yeah. Fleetpaw, when Foley decides to, or when someone says something of note, it's a hangout, and the topics are random, excluding current events. Well, sometimes I'll touch on current events, but yeah, we don't really do politics or anything. I don't give a fuck. So, whatever. I'll give you my thoughts on it. Ooh, the guy got assassinated. Okay. Don't know him, don't know anything he did. So, that's shitty. Boris Clownman from the UK resigned. Cool. Get rid of Trump Jr., as we call him here. So don't care. Whatever. And the funny thing is, all this happened after the CERN collider got restarted. The assassination, the Boris Clownface, whatever the fuck his name is, Prime Minister of the UK, he resigned, and also this outage in Canada. So, CERN, you're doing a good job. Let's try to line us up with a good reality. Let's get something, let's fix more things. In sci-fi news, Strange New Worlds was a decent first season. Seth MacFarlane has transcended fart jokes for real writing. Isaac says, recently I've been thinking about public domain, especially Frankenstein. Public domain shit's great, and Frankenstein's a great one as well, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of good Frankenstein stuff out there. So, Gorgonzola, hello. Fleetpaw, ah yes, the mother of modern sci-fi, Mary Shelley. Zachary Gibbons, wish Canada has more than one telecommunication system. That's the problem with only having one. We do have more than one. We've got 3. The best one is Rogers, unfortunately, even though, like I said, their fucking customer service sucks. Bell, anyone on the Bell network yesterday wasn't down. So, but unfortunately, I think Rogers is more than like 70% of the population are on Rogers. Plus, major businesses and banks are on Rogers. So, anybody on Bell, they could still use their cell phone. All their internet worked. So, there was a few places where debit would work, and a few places, you know, where the Wi-Fi was still operating, stuff like that. But Bell sucks worse than Rogers. And then TELUS is pretty good. TELUS has never really had a problem. They're a lot smaller. But, you know, so. Gorgonzola, does that plush tribble have a name? Yes, I named him in my... He's a remote app-operated one. I know. Well, that got the pug excited. What did I name him? She's going to see what the squeaky was. It's not a pug toy. You gotta go lay down again. Come on. Come over here, Precious. Come here. I forget what I named him. It was it was something having to do with Shatner's toupee. Can't remember. Starbucks is Bell, Timmy's was Rogers. Not true. The Tim Hortons at the end of my street, actually their Wi-Fi was working super fucking slow, but it was working because they were on Bell. So it depends. It's kind of based, I guess the manager decides who they go with. Where is the shitter in Cetacean Ops? I don't know, there's probably a special room for them to take a shit in? I don't know. Isaac says they made a movie called Weird Science, which may or may not have borrowed from The Bride of Frankenstein. Weird Science is fucking great. And yeah, it definitely borrowed from, well, Frankenstein, just in general. But Weird Science is one of my favorite 80s sci-fi movies. Speaking of, yesterday I got my In Search of Tomorrow documentary Blu-ray that I supported on Indiegogo. And if you watch, in the title, or in the credits, for supporters under C, look for Captain Foley, Trekyards. I'm there. I support it. And it's like a 5.5 hour documentary. It's fucking great. Covers all the best sci-fi from the 80s. Interviews with directors, interviews with actors. And it's funny because they interviewed Nicholas Meyer, and I just met Nicholas Meyer in Wonderfest, so it was great to see him on the documentary. I could listen to the man talk for hours. He's fantastic. So, Aaron Gunther, your hangouts are always great to watch, Captain. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's funny because I don't know if I'd want to watch me, but it's also funny because I'm an introvert. So sometimes I don't want to hang out with people, but when it's just me and a camera, I can talk forever. And Samuel doesn't quite understand how I do it. I can do a whole captain's log for my personal channel in like one take, and he doesn't know how I do it because he's not as good as talking, I guess. But thank you, I appreciate that. Sometimes I don't think I'm making any sense, or I'm saying something stupid, and I've probably said really stupid things if you go back and watch from. But hey, I mean, like I said, these hangouts are great. That's why I call them hangouts, because it's like I invited you over to my place. We're sitting here having a beer, just talking about whatever you want to talk about. This is kind of how I am. Although I find when I'm with somebody, I might be a little more quiet and let them talk, because depending on my mood. However, when I'm live, I'm the only one talking. I don't want dead air, so I talk. That's why I read your comments as well and like get a feel for what you guys want to talk about. So it's fun. I enjoy these. T-Bird says, we all hang out. We just set the camera not to show our belly. Merkin. What does Merkin mean? Zachary says, got it. So Rogers is like this Xfinity Comcast of telecommunications. Probably. Yeah, I don't know specifically if they're identical, but ooh, I hadn't recognized your dog. So cute. Yeah, this was given to me. There's a lady at Wonderfest, Anne Hawthorne. Every year she sees me at Wonderfest, she gives me a new Plushie pug because she knows I like pugs. It's just his space pug. His name is actually Apollo, but space pug. And then I've got this doorstop pug, and she gave me another squishy marshmallow pug like a few years ago, which is smaller, which I don't know where that is right now. But I got a lot of cool squishy things. Got a little R2D5. No, R2. Shit, I can't remember his number. R2Q? Anyway, this guy. I got a chest burster over here, but he's kind of stuck behind the chest buster. Arg, arg. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. But he's got wire. You can like bend him around your neck if you really wanted to. But yeah, he's a chest buster, not the face hugger, so. I got him. I'm showing off my plushie collection. I don't really collect plushies, but for some reason I managed to get all these somehow. Either they were in, well, some of them were in nerd blocks. Some I got gifted. I bought the Astromech because I just love Astromechs. And this is my favorite Astromech, by the way. R2Q5, I believe. Kayshawn with his whole I am not a doll, do not play with me, on actual Cerritos letterhead. And this was made by Sylvia's mom, who owns a company. Well, she goes to conventions. It's called Geeky Sheep, and she like knits and crochets like really cool sci-fi stuff. So there's that. There's my CF-18 Canadian fighter jet, which I'm not a huge fan of the F-18, but so yeah, and then Baby Yoda, and then some pillows and stuff. That's about it up here, but okay, that was a tangent. Watch out, it's the Fleet Admiral Pug. America has 241 million people. Canada has 41 million people. It costs more to make a telecom network coast to coast on potential profit. Isaac says, I may need to do research on 3D printing to see if I could be used for building androids. Go for it. Gorgonzola. This is how aquariums work. Needs a filter and a skimmer. Dolphins and other marine animals are not cats. T-Berg says, you rock it, Captain. Thank you. Appreciate it. Uh, I'm a sci-fi nerd, not a statistician. Merkin must be the triple's name. Carlos says, "Wait, you're an introvert? You don't feel like one." Oh, I am. I absolutely am. Um, my social meter burns very quick. I might be excited to go out, get out, and be out for half an hour with people, and then I'm like, I want to go home. I'm totally an introvert. Sylvia's an extrovert. Like she loves going out and partying and dancing and like being crazy and talking to people, and it's just like I can't. My reserves don't last that long. Some days are better than others, obviously. Other times I make plans, like I'll hang out with somebody and it's like, we gotta do this again tomorrow. Okay, cool. And we arrange a time, and then tomorrow rolls around, I'm like, ugh, just don't want to do it. I don't want to go out. So yeah, I'm totally an introvert. Cryptic Spider-Man. Damn it, man. I'm a doctor, not a people person. Aaron, I had Comcast, kept charging more each year and having, yeah, it sounds like Rogers. David, how many Eagle Moss starships do you have, and what's your favorite? I have a fuck ton. I have no idea how many. I get them for free. Eagle Moss sends them to me to review. So I've got a closet full of Eagle Moss downstairs. And which my favorite? Honestly, the Vulcan shuttle is great. So is the Katinga, the XL Katinga. It's fantastic. Um, Also, the Matt Jeffries original shuttle design. There's lots of good ones. I don't know if I have a favorite per se, but some of the Eagle Moss, or the Battlestar Galactica Eagle Moss stuff is great. The original Viper is a fantastic model. So there's different types of introverts, though. It's true. T-Berg, the cell network is cross-connected like a Christmas tree, Captain. If you send one more cat video, it's gonna blow. We shall just call him Darkside R2. Looking forward to your next ship model review. Any hints on what it will be? We're still thinking on it. Still thinking about it. I don't know. I haven't got a shipment from Eagle Moss in a while because they've changing warehouses. That's the line I keep getting. So I don't know. We'll see. T-Berg Sci-Fi Tech. I like Old Bob from the Black Hole. I'm not a big Old Bob fan. I like Vincent, but out of all of them, Maximilian is the coolest black hole robot. If you notice, on most of the lives when I'm downstairs, I got a Maximilian figure like behind me. Chris Gwillem puts in £4.50 and it says, "Captain, thumbs up and live long and prosper." So thank you. Isaac says, "I forgot the specific details of how androids like Data work in Star Trek." Well, there's lots of tech material on them, on Data specifically, both in print matter and probably on YouTube videos. We should actually, that would be a good one for Trekyards to tackle, Data's operations, because we do ships and tech. That's our thing. So now that we don't have new Star Trek, we'll be making more of our ship review videos and stuff. So that'll be interesting. Old Bob rocked. I may still have that figure. Fleetpod says, "Yes, if you want to get your own Kayshawn, a Plushie, Foley, or Cockings, Grogu, or anything, check out Geeky Sheep Canada on Facebook." Absolutely. ThinkPad, your humbleness is part of why I keep returning. Thank you. T-Berg Sci-Fi Tech, $10. Awesome. Thank you for the super chat. Captain, can't live only on jabs alone. Jibs. Cap can't live only on jibs alone. It's true. Thank you. You're the one that makes all the jibs. Cool. Those are always hilarious, by the way. But thank you for the super chat. Yes, guys, if you want a super chat, I would really appreciate it. It would really help us out. So if you can, please do. I do appreciate each and every one of them, and I do read them all. A lot of times when it's a really busy chat, I might skip over some of the regular comments, but I tend to read almost all of them in these live hangouts, so people don't feel the need to super chat, because we do read every super chat regardless on a live. So if you want your voice heard, it's a good way to do it. But during these, I always forget to ask for super chats just because I read everybody's comment, so people feel like they don't need to. But honestly, it really helps us out. So if you're to, please do. Also hit that like button. We got 44 people with 35 likes, which is awesome, but let's try to get that number up to 50 likes. I think we can do it. Hit that like button. Zachary says, depends on the situation on whether I want to be an introvert or not. If we have something in common like sci-fi, then I will be an introvert. Then I will not be an introvert. Yeah, that has a little bit to play into it, but a lot of times even with people I really like and I'm really excited to hang out with, I'll sit there and I'll just be quiet and I'll let them talk. And it probably seems to them like I'm not interested or I want them to leave. Sometimes that's the case. Sometimes after like a certain point, at a certain point of the day or the night, I'm just like, my body language should be telling you that it's time for you to leave. A lot of people say they can't pick up on it, but I get very quiet. They ask me a question and it's like a simple 3 or 4 word answer. I don't go into too much detail. Other times I won't shut up. So I've had to train myself, and I still have a lot of difficulty with it. I was telling somebody, look, I got to kick you out. My social battery is drained. I just need you to go home now, you know. But I hate doing that because it feels so rude. But I personally would prefer if I was at somebody's house and they were feeling that way that they tell me, so I'm not keeping them, because, you know, so. Samuel's here. Hello from Sam and Marie. Says, sorry for the internet. Sounds bad. Hi, Sam and Marie. Love you guys. Sorry about yesterday, Sam. I wasn't sure if Sylvie was going to message you. I had no way to contact her, and she was at the office. I'm glad she got in touch with you, because as it crept closer to the time, I kept checking to see if the internet and cell was back. And then it's like, oh shit, it's time to start. He's going to be wondering if I'm dead, if we died in a car accident, messaging the Facebook admin chat. Has anyone heard from Stuart today? No, which is weird because I'm always posting shit all the time. So everybody would have assumed I was dead. But that's not quite how it went. So I'm glad she got in touch with you and you did the live. I still want to do one where we talk about the finale together, because I have got a lot of things I'm sure we could have conversations about. So I don't know if Sam is still here. Like, he sent that out a while ago. It's a problem with reading every comment. You kind of get behind in the chat. Zachary says, cat videos hurt the internet, but pug videos actually improve it. It's true. It's true. That's why there's so many pug videos lately, because they have to compensate for all the early cat videos that started damaging the internet in its early days. Gorgonzola, I'm looking forward to the Blue Bricks, Katinga, and Danube class runabout. I like to put things together myself. I like to feel connected to stuff I constantly have to dust off. Yeah, I enjoy building the stuff too, but that's the one problem I hate about my collection, is having to dust it. A lot of it is behind glass, but I need to get more shelves and stuff, which is on the menu for the next few years. We're gonna have be converting. This ready room's gonna go away at some point. This is gonna become Sylvia's office. Once Stupid over there moves out, my 18-year-old, when he moves out, then we're gonna move our bedroom back upstairs where his room is, and then the whole basement will be mine. So all this stuff will be going down to the basement, and they'll have a nice filming area and a media hangout room and stuff like that. So, but that's yeah, then I'm gonna get the glass shelving where I don't have to dust everything. C2B5 maybe, or R2B5. No, maybe it says it on. Neither one of those is correct. It's R2 something. I think it's R2Q5. But anyway. Isaac, it's interesting to imagine hypothetically Frankenstein's monster interacting with Spock or Data. C2B5, it seems. Hard one to recall. No, C2B5 is the black and silver one from Rogue One, which I have over there as well in 6 scale. But I have a few of the R2Q5s, which are the gold, or the copper and black. I've got the 6 scale sideshow collectible, and I also got the Sphero one. They made a Sphero version of it. And the Sphero droids are great. Trekyards says, people should respect honesty as it's usually the best policy. Think, Pat, I thought you were saying Z, not C. Trekyards, same with balanced criticisms. It's there to make you better, but people get all uppity about it. Carlos says, okay, gonna check out Thor Love and Thunder later. See you later, Carlos. Hope you enjoy it. James T. Kirk, when are you getting promoted to Admiral? Never. Never gonna do anything to get me out of that chair, because while I'm here, I can make a difference. Dan, I've never watched cat videos on YouTube. Never seen one of them, eh? Gorgonzola, does Geeky Sheep offer Toby the Targs? If you requested it, she'd make it. Actually, I should suggest her make. I always throw suggestions her way of things she should make, and they always sell really well. So I'll suggest it to her. I noticed my couch wasn't, so I just. But now the phone's not level, and neither are the pictures behind me. That's because it's there. It wasn't like straight on. Not that you guys care, I don't think. I do though. I got OCD, so I hate when things aren't level, and that's better, I guess. But now you can't see my pulsing warp core. That sounded really dirty. Jason, I have the car Back to the Future DMC-12. That's awesome. Power 543. Puppet Stewart made a return. He had a small midlife crisis at the end, but I think he will be okay. Yeah, Sylvia was telling me about that and your awful southern accent, which I don't have. So, Fleet Paw throws in $5. Hopefully I'll be able to attend the review. My employees need to stop getting bitten by dogs or getting into accidents. Yeah, I would say your employees do need to do those things. Gorgonzola says, what do teenage boys have to say about their dad's YouTube fictional spaceship discussions? Nothing. A lot of times, my oldest son, Thomas, who's 20... How old is he? 24? 25? He jumps in the chat and haggles me, saying that Star Wars is better than Star Trek, stuff like that. But no, they don't care. Zachary Gibbons, there's only one Admiral in Trekyards, and that's the way it should be. That's true. And she's downstairs right now. So, Dan Ben, Star Wars recently posted a video about the person who designed a droid in 2019 competition, and it was now used in Obi-Wan Kenobi. Cool. Anaya Jane, oh, you haven't started complaining yet. Just kidding. Complaining about what? Saying I always complain? I mean, I do my rant alert series, and I am probably going to do a rant alert on the Rogers thing that happened yesterday, because fuck Rogers. Obi-Wan has joined the channel at the rank of Commander. Welcome aboard, Commander. Obi-Wan, good to see you. Thank you. Eric Martin, $5. Good to see you back on the air. I've got you zoomed, LOL. Of course you do. You love my eyes. You're probably like zoomed into like this area alone, which would make this being really bad. And Eric, are you on Rogers? Were you affected by it? I think you messaged me about something that you were busier because of it, but Fleet Paw, Gorgonzola, he keeps interrupting the lives with his noises. Who does? Oh, yes. He's always talking to his friends, playing it. And the funny thing is, he can be in the same room as us. We ask him a direct question. He's like, I don't know. It's like, what? We can't hear you. Can you please speak up? And can you not mumble? Yes, I don't know. It's like, what? Yet he can be on another floor of the house. I can be downstairs watching TV. And when he's playing a game with his friends, I can hear him fucking crystal clear through his door all the way downstairs with the TV on. Or when I'm doing a live in the next room with both doors closed. So he needs to chill and keep the volume down when he's talking to his friends. He's got a mic right here on his headset. There's no need for him to be so loud. So that's why I keep yelling quiet. James T. Kirk, I respect that. Been there. Exactly. Zachary, Puppet Foley was scaring me. It was so bad. Dan Ben, I heard something recently about Back to the Future. The time machine was supposed to be a fridge. Yes, that was the original concept, but they were afraid kids were going to start locking themselves in fridges. And then they finally did use the idea in Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, where Indy hides in one. Fleetpaw, Obi-Wan, welcome to the Officers Club. We salute you. Cokewood. Been watching Buck Rogers in the 25th century with Gil Gerard. I love it. It's a good show. Joshua says, "What's up, Captain? Not too much. What's up with you?" Gorgonzola says, "One day the Admiral will get promoted to Fleet Admiral and the Captain will be the Commodore and the Commander Captain and Harry Kim will still be an Ensign." Well, Samuel doesn't want to be a Captain. He likes being a Commander. So I wish people would stop asking us when we get promoted because it's not funny. It's just the dynamic, Captain and Commander. It's a good dynamic for the show. So I don't know why people are all uppity about it. So Obi-Wan is glad to be here. Well, cool. You get emojis and stickers that you can use in the chat, in the live chats, so check those out. And you also get that badge beside your name, which changes the longer you've been here. So enjoy. ThinkPad, I'm having an 11-minute delay on my sound. Okay. Smart Smears, Strange New Worlds was great, but the Lower Decks teaser made me realize just how much I was missing that show. Eric Martin, I'm on ExecuLink, but it was affected as well, but phone worked. Well, ExecuLink just uses Rogers cable lines, though, so you would have been affected, yeah. ThinkPad, I like learning from an error of mine. Thanks. What happened? What did I say? Did I say something bad to you? Sorry, ThinkPad. Josh says I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 4. That's awesome. I love Grand Theft Auto games. Zachary says Harry Kim was a captain in an alternate future in Endgame. That's true. Fleet Pal, I will get promoted to commander before Sam makes captain. LOL. That's probably very true. Yes. Trek or not, the fridge would have been very similar to Bill and Ted's phone box, and thus he might have ended up with different Bill and Ted's butterfly flag. LOL. That's another reason they didn't want to do it. They didn't want it to be the same as wait a minute, no, that came first. Back to the Future came before Bill and Ted. And Bill and Ted were originally going to use a van that could time travel, but they didn't want it to be similar to like the DeLorean as far as a vehicle that time travels. So they picked the phone booth, which Doctor Who, I mean, okay, what? So yeah, that's the story behind that. Doesn't make much sense, but it's just the way it is. Michael Cravat, have you watched For All Mankind? Yes, I haven't seen the latest episode yet, but I'll probably watch that tonight, actually. So. Picked up some cool stuff, by the way, when I was at the Forest City Comic Con last weekend. I got the Star Trek, the motion picture record book, sealed. And then these ones as well. To Starve a Fleaver, which I have. These are all sealed, though. And To Starve a Fleaver I has a different cover, but this one is In Vino Veritas, which is another one I have in a different version in the other room there, but again, sealed. The Time Stealer, which these, if you want to listen to these, they're actually on YouTube. If you type in Star Trek and then The Time Stealer, you'll hear this whole record. So, and then the last one is The Human Factor. So that's kind of cool. And I got some magnets. I am Optimus Prime. And then I also got a R2 and 3PO. Thingamajigger. And For All Mankind is fucking great. It is a fantastic show. Obi-Wan throws in $5. Hey, Captain. Wow. Anyway, I'm back. Cuckloid. My major complaint between the new Trek and Wars is that they redesigned so many elements of classic Trek. I understand why with the 60s TV show compared to a 70s blockbuster, but it sucks. Zachary says sealed is best, generally. James T. Kirk has welcomed, well, it's on the channel. Welcome to the rank of Captain, Mr. Captain Kirk. Now you're a captain. So, I should probably end this live stream because I don't know how well this signal's going to hold up. The internet's been slow and sluggish today. Yes, it's back up, but it's not what it should be. So, Dan says, yeah, the original concept for the Back to the Future refrigerator, which was then loaded onto a truck and driven into a nuclear blast, would have powered the time machine. Gorgonzola, Moogie will be proud of you if you do not open the seals. The Cynical Optimist, hey Captain, hope you're well. Off topic, but I'm moving to Canada in January next year. I got in on the IEC program. We'll be living in Windsor, Ontario. Then you're an hour away from me. That is awesome. Maybe we can meet up and hang out sometime. A lot of people don't like the Farragut being a different design, but it's an alternative timeline. I don't really care that it's an alternative timeline. It should still be should have been a Constitution class ship instead of the Sombra class being exactly like the USS Peregrine being exactly like a fucking Constitution class. That was just fucking stupid. When they said the USS Peregrine, it's a Sombra class. They're fast ships. It's a different class of ship. You know what? That should have been the design that they used for the Farragut, for the Sombra, and then just have the fucking Farragut be a Constitution class ship. That would have been better. But no. Figured it wouldn't be right if I didn't promote myself. That's true. That's true. But you could be Admiral. Admiral. Gorgonzola says an hour away is like neighbors in Canada, right? I am from Europe. Yeah, I mean, it's an hour to Windsor. It's an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes to Toronto. It's an hour to my dad's place. Yeah, Canada's a big country. Like, our whole province of Ontario is bigger than all of the UK. Land-wise. So, yeah, whenever Samuel comes here and it's like, we can just drive down to Ticonderoga, New York. It's only a 7-hour drive. He's like, what? 7-hour drive? What a waste of my time. It's like, well, yeah, but you get to hang out with me. That's cool. And 7-hour drive is not bad. It's a 7.5-hour drive for me to go from where I live to Louisville, Kentucky to Wonderfest. No problem. You leave at like 7 in the morning. You get there by 3 in the afternoon. Stopping once for lunch and gas halfway. You know, I like driving. I have no problem driving that amount of time. Didn't see a registry number on the new Farragut, which was annoying. Yes. Obi-Wan, I pre-ordered Star Trek the motion picture 4K collector's edition from Amazon today. The packaging and perks look great. Yeah, I know. I saw that. I need to probably get that. James Kirk says, I'm going to promote myself to Admiral for a month and then go back to Captain to make it sync with the storyline. That's great. Okay, Puggins? You don't have to be here. You can go lay down with me. Where's downstairs? You don't have to be with me all the time. She thinks she has to be with me all the time. Cynical Optimist, it staggers me that Ontario alone is nearly 4.5 times the size of all of the United Kingdom. I know. Zachary, I like road trips as well. Gorgonzola, make a faster Constitution class. Just make the neck and pylons shorter and the nacelles longer. It won't be the prettiest, but done in a day. Dan Ben says, Penzance to Wick, from the bottom of the UK to the top of the UK. Fleetpaw, next time you go to Ticonderoga, let me know. I'll take you to lunch. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know when the next time will be, but I do want to go again for sure. And I assume you haven't been there yet. I'd love to be there for the first time you go. I've been there like 3 times? Maybe 4 times. It's great. It's a great place. It's really fun. town's kind of shit and small, but the place right across from the tours is, they have really good subs and stuff. So other than that, there's nothing to do except go see Fort Ticonderoga, which I've also done, which is cool. So 1 hour mark. PlayStation has been sufficiently updated, which is good. Just gonna shut down the PlayStation. Turn off PS5. Dun dun dun. Gotta plug my controller in. So what you guys want to talk about? And I should probably turn the TV off. It was a 5-hour trip from where I was living. I think it's a 4-hour trip from where I live now. That's cool. That's a very doable drive. Gorgonzola, but Ticonderoga is always a good name for a ship floating or in space. Fleet Pass also depends on how you go. If you take I-90, it's literally traveling 30 minutes north from me. Cool. I should show you. A little while ago, I got some of the Mego 14-inch figures. I got the Spock, Kirk, and I did a video on when I first got them as a haul video. But I broke him out of the packaging for our Gorn Live, and I had nowhere to put him so I put him in my QMX 1/6 scale captain's chair because he doesn't have ankle articulation, which means it makes it very difficult for him to stand. So I just threw him in there. Show you some of the room. I haven't done a tour or a super chat and tell video in a long time. Super chat and tell is where I do this and you super chat and I'll talk about a specific piece, either the history of the piece itself or my history with it when I bought it, where I got it. The Alien stuff is Sylvia's. She's a huge Alien fan and Ghostbusters fan. But the rest of the stuff in here, except these Lego figures back here in the case, those are all Sylvia's. But the rest of the stuff is mine. Dust. I hate dusting. Tell me more about the Enterprise cutaway. Okay, just 1 second. The Covenant of Primus. Anyway, this is not an Enterprise cutaway. This was done by my buddy Matt Toms for my birthday last year. It is a cutaway, and he modified it to be a Dreadnought for the Federation class because he knows I'm a huge Dreadnought fan. So he modified the old Enterprise cutaway model into a Dreadnought. Even with the bridge in the right place, the bridge is in the center of the saucer there. And it's just a piece for the wall, to hang on the wall. I got my TNG hallway on the door. My brother Steve made this in high school in woodworking class. Oh, the poster. This I just got at Hobby Lobby in the States when I went over to Port Huron one time. This was made for one of the books done by Michael and Denise Okuda. Just one of the graphics in the book that they made into a print. So there's all that stuff that was sitting beside me. My plushies, which I showed you. My pug, who was laying on my Trekyards blanket, also made by Geeky Sheep. Got a basket of tribbles. There's a bunch of different tribbles in there, and then a glommer to keep them from escaping. Any tribble that makes a run for it, the glommer eats. Filming light, laptop, my Hallmark Christmas ornament, or Christmas tree topper, PlayStation 5, my Mando helmet and Boba Fett prototype helmet, my Blue Thunder that I got not that long ago. There's the Gorn bought packaging. Kirk, Spock, 14-inch Migos. In there, I've got a bunch of random stuff. There's my old laptop, PlayStation 3. Got a PlayStation 2 in here as well. PlayStation 2 and some games. And then Trekyards shirt, Trekyards hat, and various other things in there. And yes, I need to reorganize and clean up this room. I understand. Oh. Watch those rotors, Blue Thunder. Some droids. Where's Bounty? We love it when you play with her. Bounty? What do you mean, Bounty? Some Eagle Moss. Hallmark 50th Anniversary Enterprise. Hallmark Transporter Room. Another Hallmark ornament. My 350 scale Enterprise. There is the Defiant. That one glows in the dark. There is the Phase 2 Enterprise. And there's the Mirror Universe ISS Enterprise on the same display as those there. Constitution class Starship Parking Zone. My other ride is the USS Enterprise. Trekyards logo. My TV, which I just turned off, but main bridge display. Lightsabers. Got this chair in the middle for when I film my first reactions, but I should probably turn the lights on. Bye. There we go. Those coasters are cool. It's a cutaway of the Enterprise, and as you take off the different ones, you can see inside. Dilithium crystal, actual screen used one, bought from Chris Dewan. It's part of his dad's collection. Franklin Mint Enterprise. Reaction Gorn back there. My One Company communicator, One Company phaser, and my Art Asylum science tricorder. Still waiting on the One Company one. Up here we got the Franklin Mint Pewter Romulan Bird of Prey TOS and the D7 as well. There's that. Some Star Warsiness. There's my original remote control R2D2 from back in the 80s, and my 3 Sphero droids It is R2Q5. I'm pretty sure that's which one that is. My ATSTs, because I love ATSTs. I love the chicken walker design. My X-Wing model. And a lot of droids in here. My old Falcon model. And some sideshow collectibles astromech droids. Here, let me move this chair. See what's in the drawers. Because you're nosy bastard. Some science stuff from Scott Nakata, some Mirror Universe stuff, a bunch of other blueprints and tech manual stuff. Random miniatures. Controllers, my turntable for when I do my Eagle Mouse reviews. Little phone stands, stuff like that. We got a Stormtrooper skull in it. This is just other random stuff. Now I'll never be able to get this back in because it was. A bunch of my mini systems. I got a mini Genesis, mini Nintendo. Got a mini Atari, but it's over on the other side. I got a Super Nintendo and their controllers in there. Batteries, battery testers, paints, clean it like dust rags. It's just full of batteries, essentially. And then hooks, thumbtacks, furniture pads, like the felt ones, various other shit. This is a pile of stuff I need to organize. This here is pretty cool. If I get it to work, hold on. I gotta set you down for a second. There we go. This is a 3D card made by Chris, one of our admins. Well, made by his wife. There's the Foley class. And this is for my birthday. But it lights up. Various prints. Yes, I did, Obi-Wan. Got my Falcon smashing through the wall there, which lights up. This looks really cool at night. Starfleet Academy flag. Some random stuff in here. Figures and helmets and 3D printed ships and Art Asylum ships, Funko Pops, some Black Series stuff and some Franklin Mint stuff as well there. All my comic books. Ooh, my Batleth. Art Asylum Enterprise E. Garbage can. It's always important. F-14. The remote controlled R2-D2. And then some empty Art Asylum boxes. So that's the ready room. Don't know how many of you had seen it, so I thought I'd show it off. Why not? What the hell? So let me put you back on the stand here, like so. There we go. don't know if I missed any super chats there. Fleet Pal, let me know if I did. It's hard to show stuff and read at the same time, so. What is your favorite or worst Star Trek communicator? I really like the one from Star Trek 3, honestly, but you'd see it like so little. My least favorite communicator would probably be the relativity one, the one from Relativity with the stupid sideways delta. Hate that. Yeah. Nice double D Enterprises. Meh, meh, meh. Fleet Pal, I thought it was a Roomba for a second, laughing my ass off. The OCD is screaming at your pile of to organize. I know, mine is too. Don't make me, because as soon as this live's over, I'll actually end the live just to fix it now. So, Captain, did you pre-order the Tomy Enterprise? I did, yes. I'm having it shipped to a friend of mine in the States. Sean, would you consider getting a flagpole and hanging Star Trek flags outside? Yes, but then they get wrecked. The weather in Canada's not good for that, so I don't want to wreck these flags. But I got that one. I got a big UFP flag. So Fleet Paw. Nope. I had the last one asking about the bounty. Dan says, what do you think of starships with two secondary hulls like Proxima class from Star Trek Legacy? Coven timelines may have had some. I think it's cool. It's a good idea. If they're configured properly, it looks really good. It's a neat idea for sure. The 29th century communicator. Yes. Least favorite would be the wristwatch one from the motion picture. Ooh, I kind of like that one though. I'm big into watches. I've got a nice watch collection, and I love having the Apple iWatch or the Apple Watch, not the iWatch, but the Apple Watch. Love it. So many things you can do with it. So I kind of like the idea of the communicator. Plus, this is very reminiscent of Knight Rider, Michael Knight's wristwatch that he talked to Kit with. So, Squadron Course is here. Have you seen the Enterprise drone display they did on Australia? Yes, where it warps in and then like rotates. That was very cool. I love that they're using drones for that kind of stuff now. It's so neat. I didn't know it was Australia though that did it. Would never have guessed Australia, honestly. I didn't know they had the technology to make a drone, let alone operate one. Just kidding. Do you like the fan design Starfleet ship that has two saucer sections on it? If you're thinking of the one that's the Enterprise D saucer sections, not a big fan of that, no. It doesn't really work for me. Two secondary hulls is way better to explain than two saucers. It would be neat to see a drone display where the ship was actual size to have an idea how big they really. Oh, that would be cool. That would take a lot of drones. But yeah. Didn't the Constellation have kind of a double saucer, sort of? No, it was thicker because it had some shuttle bays in there, plus some bumps on the bottom. We've done a video on the Constellation class, so I would say check that out because that's quite an interesting ship with the way it's laid out. So it's a little bit thicker saucer than like the refit, so yeah. Well, Mike is here. Howdy, folks. At one stage, they wanted to build a 2-scale TOS Enterprise in Vegas. Yes. Not a TOS one, though. It was going to be a refit. It was going to be the refit, not a TOS one. I did a video talking about that, one of my captain's logs. Gorgonzola, I would think everything with more than one saucer section isn't a Starfleet ship, but a civilian cruise ship. And Bill says, did you see Thor, Love, and Thunder? No, not yet. I have not seen that yet. I might have missed it, but what did you think of the USS Farragut? I've been calling it the Farragut class. Calling it the Farragut class is fair. Wasn't a fan, honestly. We will be doing a video about that ship design. It'll probably be out Tuesday or Wednesday, or maybe the following weekend. And I'm not sure when it'll be out, but we will be recording one on that. So, but yeah, calling it the class is a fair thing to do. Farragut thing to do. It's a fair thing to do. My gut tells me so. Well, you come for Captain Foley, you stay for the dad jokes. Just admit it. It's fine. I love this phaser. Just a cheap Halloween prop, but I love the colors. It feels like so animated series. And it makes noise too. Pretty cool for like $10. You could even repaint it to be the correct colors. It does say made in China on it. Trademark 2013 CBS Studios Incorporated, all rights reserved. Ruby's Costume Company Incorporated. The little rubies symbol there. I saw this and just had to pick it up. It was just so cool. It is trademarked by them, and it's actually the same mold as the Art Asylum TOS phaser. So, same size, everything. A little bit lighter weight, but you could repaint this. You could go buy like a bunch of these at the Halloween time. Cheap, repaint them to be TOS, like Art Asylum phasers. Because the Art Asylum TOS phaser had a bunch of different colors for the handle, because there was like a gold one, a white one, a brown one, a black one, or is it gray? I think there might be a gray and a black one, but there's a variety of them. But you could paint them all, essentially. And, yeah, kind of neat. So, I haven't done a hangout like this in a while. I like this. I'm glad I decided to do this today. Wish they did the Defiant full scale. It'd be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Bill Barkley, are we ever going to see Pike's accident play out? Because number one arrest now kind of gets in the road of that story. It's still got like 6 years till that happens. In yesterday's chat, someone suggested it was the Mayflower class. Okay, that's interesting. Sean says, did you know that Spock, in fact, had 3 ears? The left ear, the right ear, and the final front ear. Yes, I've heard this joke. It's very good. Dan says that picture of Captain Kirk they released for season 2 has a different emblem on the uniform. Yes, this could be a younger Kirk. Because you got to remember, there was a time jump of 7 years to get to Balance of Terror. So that's a 7-year older Kirk than what we're going to see next season, I think. Or at least 6 years older. That Captain Kirk was more like Jim Carrey's or even Jim Cawley's. James Cawley's. Gorgonzola, Adam Savage will teach you how to repaint that. He makes very good videos on prop building. Indeed. Trekyards, I had another go at making that Foley model 3D printable cap, but it's not possible in the software package I used, or it just doesn't know enough. I would love to get my hands on an STL version of that. If you can do it, please do it. And send me the updates. I know you've updated it, and there's some pictures on the Trekyards page of changes you had made. So send me the new ones too, because I think it looks really cool. In TOS, is the handle supposed to be the phaser recharge pack? Yes. The Wand Company ones have the handle separate. You just unscrew the bottom thing and it comes out. And yes, it's supposed to be the main battery pack, which is neat. It's a neat idea. Sean says, I remember when the new Kirk was announced. You were live at the time. Love when that happens. Love to get the reaction. Yeah. Bill Barkley, the Orville was good this week too. Yes, I will be doing a video about that still. My first reaction to that. Twice in a Lifetime is the name of the episode. And yeah, it's very good. Very good. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to call it there. Just over an hour is fine, I think. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Glad I'm alive, you know, after the apocalypse yesterday. And just wanted to let you guys know that I'm good. Everything's fine. And you got a tour of the ready room, kind of, even though it's messy. And I apologize for the mess. But it is what it is. It's a working room. I'm always up here. I'm like doing my first reactions up here. I'm filming smaller videos up here. So I apologize for it being messy. But I'm going to go. My son's coming over later today. And yeah, going to try to have a good weekend. So one of these nights I'll be doing I want to do a trivia night or a truth and drink night again. Let me know if you guys want to see that. And I also need to do the Orville thing. But yeah, I need to do some kind of drinking live or super chats dictate drinks. I think next weekend we're doing our Trekyards for season 1 of Strange New Worlds retrospective. So Squadra Course throws in $1, of course, to get the last super chat slots. I think is Squadra Course. But yeah, just keep your eye out because I will be doing some lives. I don't know if I'm going to do any more this weekend. I probably will, honestly. Let's be fair. But if not, I'll be doing some during the course of the week. Well, both me and Samuel will be doing our regular time slot, and I'll probably be doing some late night lives as well, just because I feel like doing some. And I kind of got to strike while my mood is in that place. So, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have yourselves a good day and a good weekend, and be safe. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything that Captain Foley wouldn't do. Is probably the best way to put that. So, until next time, take care, everybody.